There is no heavy metal if there is no hair.
You just made Jón's day. He's living the rockstar dream. Please tie up your hair, Jón. But like I said before, there's a lot of horror here in Iceland. And close by, there happened a well-known ghost story. So are you up for an Icelandic ghost story? Yes. So when Bjólfur came and settled here in Seyðisfjörður, he came with his blood brother called Loðmundur. And Loðmundur settled in the next fjord called Loðmundarfjörður. And there the ghost story took place. There was a girl called Guðni. And Guðni, she loved to dance and she loved to sing. And most of all, she loved the Icelandic dances called Viki-Vaki. Guðni was a working girl at a farm, and one day she finds out she's pregnant, and she's not married, so she decided to hide the pregnancy. It was common around this time. If women got pregnant and were not married, they would hide the pregnancy, because if everyone at the farm they were working in would find out, they would risk losing everything or even be killed. So Guðni hid her pregnancy and kept doing the job at the farm. When the day came, she went outside, found this big wall of stones called Kvíaveggur, laid under it and gave birth to her baby boy. When she was deciding to leave him, she took off her shawl, wrapped it carefully around her baby, and placed him under the wall, and left him there to die. Then Guðni went back to the farm, kept doing the job, and the time passed. Many months passed, and one day, Guðni is outside doing the sheeps, and a co-worker asks, "Guðni, did you know there's a dance tonight?" And Guðni replied, "Me, oh my, I have nothing nice to dance in tonight." And then this beautiful song was sung from underneath the wall, and it says, Mother dear, fear not, for I will lend you my shawl to dance in tonight." Móðir mín í hvítu ekki því ég skal ljá þér duluna mína, duluna ran straight away from the farm, and she did not return back until in the evening when the ball was taking place. When she arrived, everyone was dancing and singing and having fun, so she just took part in it. But then suddenly, all the lights in the farm go dim, and a small face appears in the window, and it says, "Me, oh my, it's cold outside where I am, but it's warm where I can see my mother dance and have fun with you all." And then everyone knew. Everybody looked at Guðni, and Guðni ran straight out into the darkness to be lost in her mind and the wilderness forever. So this is the kind of stories we grew up to.
Even our lullabies are like this. So behind a charming smile of an Icelander is nothing but fear. And when we tell people about all the horror that has been going on in Iceland for centuries, then people sometimes ask us, well, Jón, what about Christmas? You must have Christmas in Iceland. That must be a wonderful time. And I say, no. It's probably the most terrifying time of them all. The thing is, we have 13 julelads, or 13 Santa Clauses. And they come 13 days before Christmas. And they bring our children a little something. But they also, each of them has a trick to scare the families at their homes. One of them is named Door Slammer, and he comes and slams all the doors to wake everybody up. One of them steals all the candles. One of them comes into the kitchen and licks everything. And we're a little bit afraid of one of them because of this cancel culture. Because his name is Window Peeper. So he's peeping windows during Christmas. That's not something you do today. But those guys aren't horrible or terrible. They are only teasing. But when you sing to your children, "You better not cry, you better not frown," then you are saying, "Darling, behave, and then you will get Christmas presents." We do it in a whole different way. We say to our children, "Behave, or Grýla will come." Grýla is a troll, huge troll, ugly troll, and she is the mother of those 13 julelads. We even have a statue to prove it. Grýla lives in the mountain in a big cave. And when Christmas comes, she comes to town with a big sack on her back. And she finds all the naughty children and puts them in this sack. And then she goes back to the mountain, to the cave where she lives. And there she eats the naughty children. You better behave. It's much more effective. And now you might think, well, okay, those kids were naughty, they had it coming. Then the well-behaved kids must be safe then. But not in Iceland, and not during Christmas. Because Grýla has a gigantic Christmas cat. And the Christmas cat comes to town and eats all the other children if they didn't get something new to wear for Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everybody! This also gives you the answer why Icelanders are only 350,000.
But we want to perform a song for you about the Christmas cat. It's a traditional Icelandic Christmas song describing how terrifying the cat is. And nobody knows where it comes from. And everybody is so scared of it. við jólaköttinn, sá köttur gríða stór. Fólk vissi ekki hvaðan hann kom, eða hvert hann fór. Hann gjörði upp glyrnurnar sínar, glóandi báðar tvær. Það var ekki heiglum henn að horfa í þær. Kammarnir byrnir sem brakar, bakið klippa hátt og klædnar á lóðinni leppa ljóta að sjá. Því nefnaðar konurnar kepptust í kappa og vefstól og roll og prjónuðu litfæranlegt eða lítinn sól. Thank you. So now we're done scaring you.
No more Icelandic culture bullshit. We promise. The next song we want to perform for you is a song that gives you a little relief from all the Icelandic. You probably know this song, and we want to dedicate this song to Miss Grýla. And it goes something like this.
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than 1 minute old. I never thought that love would be making one as lovely as she. Isn't she lovely? Made from love. Isn't she pretty? Truly the angel's best. Boy, I'm so happy. We have been heaven blessed. I can't believe what God has done. Through us He's given life to one. Isn't she lovely? Made from love. Isn't she lovely? Life and love are the same. Life is Aisha, the meaning of her name. Long day could not have been done without you conceive the one so very lovely, made from love.
All right. Now I want to tell you a little story. It happens in 1926 and happens in a fjord close by. If you sail south, you will find a fjord called Berufjörður. In Berufjörður there is a farm, isolated farms, like you probably have seen all around Iceland, very isolated, abandoned farms. And when you think of it, it must be hard to imagine the life of those farms back in the days, because poverty in Iceland was extreme. all through the last century, until mid-last century, most of Icelandic people were extremely poor. And they had to rely on the sea to give them life. And that's why the farms are so close to the sea, even though they're far from the next town. My great-grandfather, Þórður, and my great-grandmother, Matthildur, which is also the name of my youngest daughter, they lived in Berufjörður in a town called Kross. And one day my great-grandfather decided to go fishing like he did often. And he brought with him 3 guys from the next farm. And the families gathered at the shore to say goodbye to them and wish them well. I have a photograph of my great-grandfather to show you. It's the only photograph that exists of him. And he is standing on his boat. And when the families had said goodbye to them, they sailed out and did their thing. They fished, and when they came back in the evening, the families had gathered on the shore. And when the boat had about 200 meters to land, the boat sank. And no one could swim, either on board or inland. So the families, they watched the boat go down and their family members drowned. So it's a heartbreaking story. And my great-grandmother, they had 5 kids and she was pregnant with the 6th. So you can imagine, she stayed at the farm for 5 more years alone with the kids. So that must have been tough. And we want to play you a song now that is called Heyr mína bæn, or Hear My Prayer. It's about a woman on the shore, wishing her husband all the best, asking the wind to bring him her prayers, and the birds to sing him their most beautiful song.
Heyr mína bæn, mildasti blær, verðu kveðju mín yfir höf. Sýndu honum saknaðar ljóð, vanga hans blíð. Nefnið þú sofðurum mjúkum, kysstu hans brá, ástarótt, hvísla mér frá. Syngið þið fuglar, ykkar fegursta ljóðavarp, flytjið honum í indælum móði, ástarljómi. Heyr mína bæn, bára við strönd, blítt þú vaggar, honum við barn, þar til svefninn sígur á brá, draumheimi dveljum við þá daga langa, saman tvö ein. Heyr mínar bænir og þrár.
perform for you is an Icelandic song that brings you just to the heart of what Iceland is. Every child knows how to sing this and knows the lyrics, and we're gonna perform that song for you.
Fram í heiðana ró fann ég bólstað og bjó þar sem
Everything is so horrible in Iceland that if there is something nice, it's probably stolen.
But can you sing it with us?
Not in Icelandic. No. Please don't.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam and the deer and the antelope play, where the seldom is heard a discouraging word and the skies are not cloudy all day. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where the seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Beautiful, thank you.
It's so nice when we perform for your ship. Everyone sings along. But if we had a crowd of Icelanders that were not drunk, then we would hear something like The thing is, the beer in Iceland was banned from 1916 until 1989. So during that time, the only thing we could do, because the beer was banned, but vodka and brennivín, that was no problem. So we just drank vodka like it was beer. And that really helps us to sing along. And we do this in January and February, because then we celebrate the Nordic gods. Then we do Þorrablót. Every Icelander takes part. We sing along and dance, and we eat the old Icelandic food like it was prepared in the old days. This food has no best before date. It lasts forever. And we eat the sheep head and everything from the sheep, even the sheep testicles. And we also eat the fermented shark. And we want to give the hero of the group the once-in-a-lifetime experience of tasting the Greenland fermented shark. Is there someone who would like to try some?
Yeah.
Hákarl and brennivín. We got a hero. Come to the States. When I bought this close by in a town called Borgarfjörður, and I met the guy that makes the shark, and I was asking, how is this prepared? And he was babbling about something, and he peed on it or something. But I don't believe everything that is happening. Is there a doctor in the house? No one. Well, okay, let's give it a try.
Okay, here's the brennivín.
Thank you.
You have to turn the other way around.
Yeah. Before you give him this, when Gordon Ramsay tasted it, he puked.
You will all smell it.
So eat this and then drink the...
Yes.
Okay, wish me luck. Swallow.
Sit down, it has to Good job. Well, I actually like the shark. When I buy this for these occasions, I always sneak to have one at home.
Smell. But say this further. Yes, you can all smell it.
Oh yes. Oh my goodness.
After the show, you can come.
Smells like
Yes,
money.
you can.
See how it looks like.
But Seyðisfjörður is a remarkable town, and it has a really interesting history. It started out as a small fishing and farmers village with only 200 people, and just before 1900, a gold mine struck because the herring came. And because of the herring, a lot of fishermen and businessmen moved to town, and the town got a lot bigger. It went from about 200 people to 2,000 in only a short time. And the rumor has it that the government of Iceland was choosing the capital, and they were deciding between Reykjavík and Seyðisfjörður. And also, in 1906, the first telephone line came to Iceland, and of course it came to Seyðisfjörður. And where there was a telephone line, there was a telephone lady. And that lady was the most important woman in town, because she knew everything about everyone. And we want to perform a song about Bella, the telephone lady, or Bella Símamær.
And before we start the song, we can now, by an old Viking mojo magic, let you hear how the gossip sounded on the telephone lines back in 1906. Imagine that. So, the gossip sounded something like this.
Bella
down to our last song today. Before we will play that, we want to wish you a very, very happy and nice stay here in Seyðisfjörður and a wonderful trip around Iceland. If you would like to know more about us or ask us questions, we have a QR code in front. And you can read about the show and even listen to a few of the songs we did. But the last song we want to play for you, it's a kind of wrap-up song. It's about a young guy riding his horse on the highlands of Iceland, and the darkness is coming, and the fog is coming. And all he can think about are the ghost children, and the trolls, and the elf queen, and all the terrible things we are brought up to. So only thing he can ask for is, horse, can you take me home just a little bit faster?
Horse, I heard something a little bit faster. Þau jólti tóa, þau Rannveig, hún blóðið væta bón. Eða líka, einhver var að hóa, undarlega digrum karlarón. Útilegu menni á dáðargraun, eru kannski smala fé á laun. Útilegu menni á dáðargraun, eru kannski smala fé á laun. We're almost home, come on, a little faster. Deyðum, ríðum, reifum yfir sandinn, greið að sína verður breið. Álfa drottning að veisla gandinn, ekki gott að verða hennar leið. Vaxtaklárin vildi gefa til að vera komin ofan í kiðardið. Vaxtaklárin vildi gefa til að vera komin ofan í kiðardið.
Ladies and gentlemen, please one more time for Rannveig. I hope you enjoyed the show. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. It was $90. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you enjoyed the show. Now is the time for refreshments. We would like to invite you to. So once you leave the church, you want to follow the rainbow road. It's just ahead, so you can't. You will be able to see it. Keep our onboard consultant is always there as well for you to guide you to the center. And after center refreshments, of course, you more than welcome to go back to the ship or just walk around town as well. Thank you so much and have a great evening.
Thank you.